loved it. She wasn't an evil person or nasty person. She was real sweet. She was a good person, and everybody knows Kaylin would do anything for you. She didn't deserve this. She did not deserve this.
This is the story of 22-year-old Markayla Johnson, a mother of two who was described as the sweetest person by everyone who knew her. She had a big heart and was always there for her friends and loved ones. Markayla was in a relationship with 34-year-old Benjamin Taylor, a repeat criminal offender with a dark past. After Benjamin moved into her home, she would be found dead along with her two kids, and he would go on the run. What would cause her boyfriend to take her life and the life of her two beautiful children? Welcome to Viral Crimes. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more stories. This story takes us to Charlotte, North Carolina. 22-year-old Markayla Johnson, a resident of Charlotte, was known as Tot Abu to all who knew and loved her. She had an infectious laughter and was described as extremely kind and genuine. She was just the sweetest person who would give her last to anyone and was always willing to help a person in need. She was the mother to two young children, 4-year-old Miracle Johnson and 7-month-old Messiah Johnson. Markayla was raising her children as a single mother. Markayla would enter a relationship with a 34-year-old man by the name of Benjamin Taylor. At some point in the relationship, Markayla allowed Benjamin to move in with her and her kids. It is unclear what Markayla knew about Benjamin's background, but he had an extensive criminal history, which began in 2007. His record included a variety of felony charges. Records show that Taylor has previous arrests for kidnapping, assault, violating a protective order, breaking and entering, and offenses related to weapons and drugs. This history highlights a pattern of legal trouble spanning over a decade. What Markayla probably believed was the start of a great new chapter in her relationship with her boyfriend would soon turn out to be her worst nightmare. On March 3, 2024, Markayla and her two kids were reported missing after loved ones didn't hear anything from her. The last time anyone in her family saw her or her children was on January 20. This disappearance worried the family because it was unusual for Johnson not to communicate. On March 5, Markayla's family and detectives from the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department tried knocking on her door, but nobody answered. A maintenance worker explained to the detectives that he used a master key to open the door, but couldn't fully open it because a security chain was in place. Despite calling out, he got no response. The next day, March 6, detectives managed to get their hands on surveillance footage which showed Taylor leaving the state by bus, according to an affidavit. Following this discovery, the police issued a public missing persons alert on March 8. On March 16, 2024, the police got a search warrant to enter Markayla's apartment. When they went inside, they made a tragic discovery. Markayla's body was found in a plastic container, with cords wrapped around it. This disturbing find pointed to a serious crime having taken place. Detectives found several air fresheners and candles that had been used inside the apartment. They also noticed that multiple fans were running, and the air conditioning was set very low, around 62 degrees. This suggests that there was an attempt to mask any odors and keep the apartment unusually cool. The following day, March 16, police searched Taylor's car and made a heartbreaking discovery in the trunk. They found Miracle and Messiah inside plastic bags that were placed in travel bags. Investigators noted that Miracle had her wrists tied, and diapers were wrapped around her face and head. The causes of death for both children have not yet been disclosed.
22-year-old Markayla Johnson and her two babies, 4-year-old Miracle Johnson and 7-month-old Messiah Johnson, were reported missing March 3rd. CMPD received a search warrant to search her apartment in Charlotte March 15th, their last known location.
That search warrant unfortunately revealed the bodies of all three, Markayla, Miracle, and Messiah.
Homicide units and crime scene officials arrived to get evidence and are working to learn more about what happened.
We're going to do everything that we can to make sure that we bring closure for the family and also bring justice to the person responsible for these murders.
CMPD says this was not a random act, saying the suspect is someone Markayla was in a relationship with. Now, the only hope the family has left is the hope for justice
During a press conference on the same day, Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Chief Johnny Jennings expressed his deep distress over the case, stating, "This is difficult for me as a police chief. Nothing is worse than the homicides of small children and family members. This tragedy clearly had a profound impact on everyone involved, particularly those in law enforcement." When a reporter questioned if Taylor might have killed Markayla and then her 2 children to ensure there were no witnesses, Jennings responded thoughtfully. He pointed out the improbability of a 7-month-old being a witness, but also refrained from making assumptions about the motives behind the murders. He emphasized the importance of not speculating without more evidence. On March 18, police arrested Taylor in California close to the US-Mexico border.
Now to some new video just released showing the moment authorities close in on a triple murder suspect accused of killing a Charlotte woman and her 2 children.
Benjamin Taylor! We have a warrant for your arrest! Come out with your hands up!
Police arrested 34-year-old Benjamin Taylor after he was hiding out in a tent in Southern California.
Benjamin Taylor! We have a warrant for your arrest! Come out with your hands up!
On March 16th, police spread out, guns drawn, in Slab City, an area of California near Mexico that a journalist says is known for lawlessness. Deputies shot smoke canisters at a Charlotte man, Benjamin Taylor, wanted for killing his girlfriend, Markayla Johnson, and her 2 young children, Miracle and Messiah. Their bodies were found at an apartment complex in Charlotte on March 15th.
Hey guys, I have a shield in the back of my truck if we just want to go up there and open the tent.
The FBI and the Imperial County, California Sheriff's Office got a tip that Taylor was hiding out in Slab City, a place described as somewhere you go not to be found.
Taylor! Come out with your hands up!
Slab City has multiple encampments for people living off the grid. Deputies found Taylor in a blue tent.
It's right there. Now! Come out! Do not. Come out. Crawl. Start crawling. Move. Let's go. Start crawling towards us.
Less than a minute later, deputies pulled Taylor out.
Come here.
Deputies and FBI agents surrounded Taylor
Knees up. Let's go. Come on. Sit up.
and loaded him in a pickup
In a minute. It's at least your worries right now, okay?
to take him to the Imperial County Jail, where he's facing 3 counts of murder from Charlotte.
The details of how they were able to track him down to that location remain unclear, but authorities thanked the Imperial County Sheriff's Office and the local FBI field office for their assistance. After his arrest, Taylor was held at the Imperial County Jail and then extradited to North Carolina last week. He is charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder and felony concealed failure to report a death. He is currently in the Mecklenburg County Jail, being held without the possibility of bond. Benjamin has not provided a motive for the murders, and authorities are unsure if domestic violence led to the murders. Markayla's family is deeply distraught over her death and the deaths of her children. Tabby Holiday expressed to local ABC affiliate WSOC the profound love the family had for Markayla and her children. "He needs to know that she was loved and so were her kids," Holiday said. "She was very much well loved. He wanted to just take that away from all of us." In seeking justice, the family is advocating for the most severe punishment available. "We want a definite death penalty," Holiday stated, reflecting the family's desire for stern legal consequences for the perpetrator. The tragedy that befell Markayla and her children is beyond comprehension. She opened her home to someone she believed loved and cared for her, never imagining that he could pose a threat to her or her children. The acts he committed against her and her children were utterly reprehensible. Such cruelty is inexcusable. There is absolutely no justification for murder. No one should ever have to face betrayal of this magnitude from someone they trusted. My deepest condolences go out to her friends and family. May you find strength in your journey of healing and eventually find peace. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.